Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Readings, and today we're going to do another one. We're going to see what have people told you that you need to change that you actually need to change, boo boo. No shade, but look, I always do these readings with you. I ain't just leaving you out here hanging in these streets, okay? All right, so let's see. Do you want to make this work? Black card. Thought this was impossible. You said, with me? Change? Don't know the word, honestly. We know we're transformers, okay? Level uppers on this channel. So we have the gray card, thought it was impossible. And red, talking spicy. I feel like certain cards just want to come out every single time out of all these cards for the pick of cards, okay? So go ahead and choose which one you want to pick, and I'll throw some out here that I will incorporate into the readings. Their ancestors calling, y'all. Ancestors calling. Some of you are like, I know I'm addicted to talking to my ancestors, getting my ancestor readings. What you talking about? All right, so we'll mix some of those cards into the reading. Go ahead and choose one of these, and I'll see you on your timestamp. All right, here we go. The moments of truth. What is it that you've been told that you need to change that you actually do, in fact, need to change? Okay. It's good to check in because sometimes, a lot of times, people are just hating or giving shade, or it's meant to tear you down. It's not constructive criticism. See, Spirit says, that's true. That's true. He means Seven of Swords. Sometimes people are not, in fact, trying to help you level up, grow. It's not out of love and care. So that's why it can make good people who do want to grow shut down from taking that advice, because we've just had negative criticism that was meant to dismantle, destroy, right? Six of Wands reversed. So this group, you've really experienced that. You've really experienced that. So here we're going to come to a trusted space with all honesty, accuracy, and clarity with your spirit crew and see what is the healthy, good advice. Yes, that is here for you to level up in a good way. Seven of Wands. What do we need to listen to? I was advised at one point that some of the best advice or the things you need to hear can come from some of your worst enemies, right? And I really hated that as a Pisces, as a water dominant, moon and Neptune and all that kind of dominant type of person. I was just like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. But, with emotional growth, you realize, yeah, there is times where I can hear the truth of what should have been said and the way it should have been delivered. But that doesn't mean that I'm absorbing the entire situation or, approving the entire person from which it came, nor does it mean I have to tell them that, I did get a little moment of truth in the midst of all their BS, okay? Let's see what yours is. Three of Pentacles reversed. So, y'all, there are some changes we need to make here when it comes to business, when it comes to things of reputation, okay? There could have been some constructive feedback, maybe that was said in a moment of shade or hurt or whatever that someone said about, like, that's why you need to get it together, that's why your business is a mess, that's why people speak on your name however they want or whatever it is, and you were just like, ouch, ooh, okay, I need to improve in this regard, but maybe it's hard for me to hear that. So this is saying it's true. Justice here, that's truth on truth. We do need to improve. It could be that you need to get your documentations in order. You got to get your legalities together, things of that nature. That is going to help you do better. This also means to make sure that you are ironing out your name, following up. There are times we ignore it, but there's times we need to address certain things. And this says you do need to address how people speak on you, how people are affecting your business, your reputation, things of that nature. It's not the time to lie low in that. It is the time to show the truth. Right now, we're in a Libra moon, 0 degrees, and we're going towards the full moon in Libra for this year. And we have this Libra energy with Aries Tower card reversed, right? Sun in Aries, moon in Libra. So the energy of this current transit is all about cutting loose, releasing, right? Full moon, cleansing away from social dynamics that are not healthy for us. That can also go into partnerships, legalities, things with court, things of that nature, things with our public prestige, okay? The way our public press conference comes off to others. And this is saying it needs a revamp. Just like here we have Isis Aset raising Osar after there's been a lot of tragedy and shade and plotting against them. So you're not meant to give in or to let your career go, let your midheaven go, let your reputation and legacy go. You're meant to address the public in your seventh house with the press conference of what the truth is of you, and then rebuild that 10th house, that legacy, that career, that like life journey that you want to have. Okay, they're saying step out of fear. It's true. You can't be scary dealing with people. You do have to rely on yourself more. You do have to believe in yourself more. All right. You do have to take accountability when the harvest doesn't turn out well. And you do have to admit that's true. I know truth, but I sat there and I decided to co-sign shady people. I didn't have my own back in certain ways. Like, because the shady people will look you right in the eye and be like, then why were you friends with me? You knew I was shady. Your intuition knew, right? And you're like, ooh, burn, because I was trying to love you, F a bleep, bleep, bleep. I was trying to love you, okay? I was trying to let you know you're part of the collective conscious and you have worth, okay? But they're like, you knew how I was. You saw the karmic signs. Like, you already knew what it was. So the hermit coming down the mountain is like, I'm a hermit, but don't push me. All right? I'll whip out some cosmic knowledge and I'll actually apply it. All right? I'll actually apply it. To make sure I have a good vibration. I have a safe, sacred space in how I'm living out here. I know it's getting dark, y'all, but I don't really want to turn the light on. Maybe it's just some Scorpio vibes here, but we don't want to do that right now, right? Right? You chilling with me, right? Or maybe just bring the candle a little closer. I don't know. So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So this is saying it's true. You have to stop hiding away parts of yourself, mourning and afraid to shine. You have to stop being afraid to participate and join in to healthy dynamics. You have to stop purposely like going to dynamics that are diluted, that are not going towards your happiness, that have messy people in them, because then they fulfill that, see, this is why it doesn't work and this is why I just want to quit the world energy. Stop doing that, because the shady people know that's what you're doing. They know you're slumming, okay? They know that you're straight up like you should be on a higher vibration. Like, nobody can clock that you're on a wrong vibration than the people who are at that negative vibration. They know instantaneously you don't belong in this shady bar. Right? Like, who? And now, since you're trying to pretend you fit in and all this, we're really going to take you. We're going to scam you worse than we would scam ourselves, which is pretty bad, because we scammed ourselves out of a good vibration and soul growth. So we're going to really try to mess with you. So it's saying you have to address that, because these people, they're not going to learn. They're not going to change. They're teaching you, like, get out. You don't belong here. It reminds me of when you have like the older dudes in the community, older people in the community that have made mistakes, and then they'll be so hardcore. They're still them. They'll keep on doing the same thing for the rest of their life, but they'll be hardcore tough on the youngins, right? And they're always got something to say. You don't have to make the decisions I made. You don't have to make the choices I made. Why are you acting like me? Stop trying to fit in with me. Stop trying to be like me. That's what all these shady people around you, this is what their spirit's saying to you. Like, why are you trying to fit in with us? Why are you trying to be like us? How bad do we have to scam you, embarrass you, ruin your reputation, right? Bring negative energy and blockages to your business. How much, right? Discourage you or distract you from your education. How much? Like, how much more can we do? We've been plotting. We're tired. We're tired being the antagonist. Please get it together, okay? Three of Swords reversed. Please leave this house of horrors. This person's in a Three of Swords house of horrors, but the door's right there. But they're confused. They're chi. Their energy's going in wrong directions. They're terrified. They hate seeing this in the mirror right now. No, don't tell me what I need to work on. Not from the shady people. So y'all are being very brave getting this reading, because I know that's not what people want. They just want me to do some flattery reading, saying everyone's perfect and it's all everyone else. It's the world's fault, right? That'll get all the views. But if we want to heal, then I want to help you pull these swords out of your heart and get a different mind map and get out of the house of horrors, so we can, like, you know, get to a different level and have our spiritual epiphanies here. And you're definitely capable of it. See, Lovers, it's all love. Three of Swords reverse and the Lovers here. So this is your spirit crew letting you know these messages are coming out of love. Okay, let's go ahead and get a few more. We'll get some oracles here. Doesn't mean it's in game. Exactly. Do you believe in yourself the way your haters believe in you, that you belong in different vibrations, that you belong in higher vibrations, okay, that you belong with thriving, that you belong with good networks, good business? Because they sure do. They're like, why are you here? right? They said it's time to make some sweet memories and stop cuddle buttling all these shady, mean, salty people, because they're not trying to warm your heart. They're trying to freeze it out, okay? The spirit world says they're very proud of you. They know that this was not easy to hear these messages for some people, but you know it's necessary. It's like when you have a checkup, right? That's the what the occult does with the cards, right? You get that checkup. Scorpio rules all this stuff, right? Divining and stuff. Then on to Pisces. Healing. That's exactly what I was going to say. Healing. So they say you don't go to the healer um, you don't go to the healer for the placebos, right? Not if you really want to heal. So they're saying embrace the transits that you have around you. You can use those energies to cut cords, release on the full moon, increase and bless yourself with the new moon, that kind of thing here. Renew your faith in yourself. Don't be down on yourself as you move forward, okay? Give yourself a lot of support and encouragement as you do these things. Remember that thoughts don't rule everything when you rule your thoughts, okay? They said work harder to control your thoughts and let yourself do some supreme divine alchemy. You see this out in the cosmos and the deep ethers here because you're definitely capable of it. Do you believe? The spirit world's already proud of you. They're already giving you your signs and synchronicities. They're offering, please take this healing we're trying to give you, all right? And remember to rejuvenate your faith. Remember to rejuvenate your belief in self, your belief in all of your universal spiritual forces and beyond. And then you're going to have many more sweet memories that you're going to make in the future. Yellow flowers represent friendship. Look at that. All right. And some kisses. Okay, now I see you, group one. So that's what I'm seeing. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right. For the Thought This Was Impossible group, let's go ahead and get some messages here. I'm keeping the lights off for this one. Sometimes you just need one a little low key. So we're going to go ahead and see how you can get rid of these devil card moments. Devil card, Three of Swords, Knight of Cups. All right, how can we get away from being disenchanted, being enchanted rather, to be stuck? Being enchanted to stay in some BS social dynamics, being enchanted to stay in heartbreaking situations, falling in love with the change of that because we want to hear the flattery and not the facts. How can we break all that up? Listen to the things we actually do need to change that have come from people we didn't want to hear from in a good way. Yes. Again, they remind me of the message that they gave at the beginning of the last group, which is the spirit world is giving these messages because they know people need to start adjusting, especially sensitive people. Spiritual people have to adjust to hearing constructive criticism because a lot of times we're very annihilated, discombobulated from dealing with people that have very shady, destructive criticisms, right? It wasn't out of love. It wasn't out of care. We hear flattery in the wrong ways, niceties in the wrong ways to take advantage of us. And we hear, so-called constructive criticism when it's really meant to dismantle us. So this reading is to help you figure out those vibrations. What's the truth you need to hear and hear it with love? And what is the stuff to, we'll just let that go by. All right, with all honesty, accuracy, and clarity, connect with your spirit crew. So they're saying here you do need to work on your day-to-day life game. Okay, this is Virgo 6th house energy here, kind of 6th, 7th, 8th house energy. So Virgo, Libra, Scorpio area of life. Okay, this is saying you do need to listen to positive mentors. You need to listen to children as well, those younger and older than you that have advice on how to keep things fresh, but how to age well, how to take care of yourself. Some of you are being really reckless to people who try to give you advice on how to take care of your body, how to take care of your health, how to just run your life better. And you do need to hear that information. This is also about practicing and training your skill sets, your talents, and not letting them go to waste. You need to hear it when people are getting on your butt again and again and again because you're not staying consistent, you're not being as accurate as you could, you're not perfecting things as best as you could. Like, you have skills and talents, but you need to get it done. This can be like your muses over your shoulder. Like, come on, like, I've given you every idea you could have for a book. Like, it's time to actually write the thing. Come on now, homie. Let's write the book. 5 of Wands. Okay, they're saying you have to get, like, just come to terms with the fact that you need to learn to compete. Period. Competing is not villainized. Like, It's one of the signs in the zodiac, Aries. We're in Aries season right now. This is a Leo card here. You have to have a sense of self. You have to find a healthy way to compete, not internalizing it or until it explodes, or like using it in a negative way, but pretending that it's like, because I'm a super manifester and I'm all that. Like, you have to find the real balance of having a healthy solar plexus, dealing with issues like envy, jealousy, competing, shadiness, all this kind of stuff. You have to learn how to be uh, a better winner, a nice winner, and a nice loser. Okay. Unfortunately, we do lose sometimes. Okay. But it's like, you can't be over here beating people up for Uno and tic tac toe. Right. So it's saying some of you here, well, if you pick this pile, you're the some of you, there's definitely an ego thing here, solar energy, solar plexus. And people are right when they've clocked it and been like, you're being shady, or you're being jealous, or you're just not wanting to compete, so you're hating on those who do know how to compete in a healthy way and believe in themselves. Like, I've learned that one of the most dangerous things is a lack of self-confidence. It's not cute. It's not humble, y'all. It's actually very dangerous. And we can see that from the internet and how people troll and tear down others because they don't feel good about themselves, but then think they're superior because they don't feel good about themselves. So this group, they're like, we need to get this, like, we need to get this together real quick, because it's also messing with your coin. It's messing with your long-term goals. It's something that you can pass on to children, or just those who kind of watch you that are younger than you, and maybe are under your influence somehow, like through your job, or like your mentorship, or whatever, social media, even your animals. That can affect the relationships you have. We have a dog and a rooster here. Y'all could be year of the dog, year of the rooster, and you need to lean into your better qualities, or you need to look up and research the signs of Leo, Virgo, year of the dog, and year of the rooster, and inhabit the better qualities, and look that you might be personifying the negative qualities of those signs. Okay. You need to think long term. You guys need to think of future generations. You need to treat children better. I feel like they're going off for this sign. I do feel like there's a frustration where the spirit world is saying some of these things, like, you should have had it together already. Like, we're going to give it to you intensely, because you guys would probably be tougher on a child than you are on yourself when you need to get things together. Like, how are you going to be like madder at a 2-year old, a 3-year old, a 5-year old, a 10-year old than you are at your full grown self? They're just talking real talk here, right? Like, hold yourself as accountable as you hold kids going to school, to stay focused for 8+ hours a day. So even longer in other countries, right? Walk home, do this, do that, do their homework. Like, there's so much accountability that children have, but adults don't do compared to that. Okay. Some of you really have to get over some kind of like hate of children or something that you have. Is not it. Four of Wands reversed. Some of you are doing some homewrecker stuff. You're doing some energy here where you're romanticizing breaking up people's security, breaking up people's safety. You could be someone who gets jealous with family dynamics. You want to be the spoiled child. You want to be the only one. And so you're destroying dynamics and doing emotional manipulation in order to, like, try to be the favorite in the family. You're chasing others away. This could affect, again, there's children, animals, dogs. There's a big dynamic with this. So some of you need to look at, maybe it's easier to villainize a sibling because whatever they're into in life, or their zodiac sign is easier to villainize, or whatever. But this is saying that the spirit world peeps it, and they're like, that's really not cool. Like, you should listen when they tell you to get it together, and like have better family dynamics and be happier for people. Work on your security issues. The insecurities, again, are destroying things here. They're making you not want to be happy for other people. We have this wishy-washy energy, in one foot and out the other. Okay. And we're not making decisions. Again, the thing here is that this group is really gaslighting people by being like, but I'm so nice and sensitive, you can't call me out on that. I'm the nicer one. I'm the more spiritual one. We have negative water sign energy, negative Libra energy, and even that like happy-go-lucky negative fire energy. You can't call me out on this. I'm so nice. And even here with the earth energy, we have all the elements here where it's like, well, I'm more secure than you, so you can't tell me anything. Or, well, I have it more together than other people do, so no one can tell me anything. And then there's the fire energy. Well, I'm happier. I don't let things get to me. I'm more joyful. I'm louder, so you can't tell me anything, right? There's the air signs. Well, you know, I see from all sides of the situation. I'm being logical. I can play both sides of the fence. That's not being shady. You can't tell me anything. Water signs. Well, I'm sensitive. I'm more spiritual. I'm more highly evolved. I'm the old soul, right? You're just being mean. You can't tell me anything. So they're saying, get out of that. That is not healthy and it's not real. You need to hear what's real, and don't let the spiritual community at large, the tarot communities now, and how they literally cater to that because you pay their bills with those views. Don't, like, you guys have to get out of being flattered right now, and you're doing an excellent job being on this reading. So some of you are shook. You're like, I don't like this. I'm about to click off, Hemi, but I'm trying to hear the 2 cents. I'm trying to let my spirit crew. I know my spirit crew's trying to drop a whole dollar. Like, I'm trying to hear what they're putting down. It's a little hard right now. I don't like feeling this, you know, but this is saying we're here to help, right? The Five of Pentacles says help is nearby. It is to help. They let you know before they went in. We're trying to get you. I mean, they have to go in a little hardcore if they're trying to recon and like get you out of the devil card situation with the Three of Swords to back it up and a Seven of Swords. You know, if they're feeling like others plus yourself are deluding and harming you to this level, of course, they got to put in some hardcore work. Like, this is an action movie, homie. They're really going in right now, okay? They're going to be like, we're rescuing you now. Listen. Right? So I appreciate y'all listening here. So I can tell that you don't open your hearts to everyone or trust everyone, and that's part of it. You do have a tenderness, a sensitivity to you, but here they're showing you how to go higher vibe with your love, perfect your love energy, and know how sometimes when you have these defense mechanisms or you have these things that you weaponize against others, or the excuses not to listen, it really is actually something that is blocking your loving heart and not part of your loving heart. Your loving heart will grow. Your spirit is tough enough to hear those constructive feedbacks and to not have to go into gaslighting or defensive mechanisms, okay? And they know you're ready for that next vibration. It's going to help your relationships. It's going to help you guys with falling in love, with speaking your truth, because then you can trust yourself to truly be speaking your truth when you say you are, instead of speaking from a defense mechanism because you don't want to hear the truth and kind of, again, gaslighting somebody else. You'll be speaking real truth. They're saying this is going to break down things that have had power over you since childhood. This is going to be a next step to something truly like building something new and getting rid of really toxic foundations. All right, this is gonna, it's really Venus energy. It's like Venus going into the higher aspects of like Aquarius and Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces, so we have here the Empress. This is really meant to help. We have the soulmate cards here right by each other, the Six of Cups, the Lovers, the Empress. They're also saying that you can have positive ways of building up yourself without doing a tower moment. If you're feeling like, well, my love should be with me, there was somebody else, well, I want my parent to be closer to me, I don't like my sibling. They're saying here you can heal these soul contracts and these soul dynamics without being like uber toxic. You can heal them with love by increasing your loving connections with others and get rid of like this hate, this bitterness, this destruction, this kind of energy. If love grows close enough, someone might leave certain connections and move on. They're saying those things will happen through love, not through bitterness, spiritual gaslighting, and like just like corrosive, entitled, self-centered, like crybaby stuff. Okay, like it will happen the other way. Okay, so they're like, be proud to unbuild this part of yourself and take it out of being part of like this divine sculpture of who you are, because you're gonna earn a lot of good karmic points and you're gonna see a lot of really good things happen. And I feel like that's when your soul contracts and your divine partnership is really going to take place, and your divine parenthood is going to go to the next level. Like if you want to have children and things, it's going to be beautiful. These are all beautiful energies, and there's strong Venus energy here, and we do have all the elements here again. Okay, let's go ahead and get some oracles here. Grab a few of these and we'll wrap it up here. Still love you reverse. So they're saying you have to find the part of you that does love people that you think you don't love as well. They're saying actually some of these people that you've made enemies, they were never enemies to begin with, but fear, jealousy, and the feeling like there was a lack of love to go around seems to have really fueled a lot of these kind of parts of yourself that you're wanting to let go or reconstruct or heal. Okay. Yeah, next lifetime. Reverse, they're saying you can do it this lifetime. Continues. The marathon continues. They want you to focus on this lifetime. If you know that you've been destructive to siblings, things of that nature, as they were saying, find a way to heal things this lifetime, change this lifetime, and not just wait until next lifetime because that seems easier, okay? They said, don't worry about who's celebrating right now. For this group, they're almost saying like some of you can't look at other people winning right now because it's something that you internalize as a hurt, as a frustration. Maybe it feels good at first and you're like, oh yeah, I'm being so positive. I love to see people win. Look at me. But then later there's a bitterness and like a acid reflux that occurs. So they're saying focus on yourself at this point and reconstructing these things they said and giving yourself everyday joy. And figuring out how you can be happy. What is your happiness? How can you do your happiness is the way to go. All right. We have undecided and rebirth. So they're saying you're still figuring out who you want to be and how you want to do this incarnation. That's not a bad thing. So don't worry about being behind because you need to work on some things. Everybody's working on some things, right? Everybody. So don't worry like, oh, I'm cosmically behind. I should just give up and fix this next lifetime. They're like, no, don't worry about that. Okay. Muse. Energy of the muse. They said connect with your muses. Didn't I say up here with the Eight of Pentacles, I felt your muses over your shoulder saying we've given you ideas, but you just need to allow yourself to develop them, right? Things of that nature. So that is what they are saying here. You have muses here. Get off your phone, literally practice your skill set, as I said up here, and allow yourself to develop your own beauty, your own destiny, your own creative energy, your own inspiration. That's what I'm saying. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Yeah, we've been having some hard knock truth readings here. I do have a playlist of it. Check it out. All right, for those of you who chose the talking spicy, we're just doing this by candlelight, okay? Because I just don't feel like turning on the light right now. Talking spicy. Let's go ahead and get your messages. With all honesty, I could sing clarity here. All right, these are to help us to hear the information and insight that maybe we didn't want to hear through others who did, weaponized it and did it in shady reasons. So we're coming in safe space with love from our guides, knowing we need to hear these things. So we have a chunk of cards. We'll drive from here. All right, we have the Two of Wands here, free will. So one thing you need to do is to be more free will based. Maybe you didn't like it when people told you, oh, stop reading them cards, make your decisions yourself. You can be free will based. And the thing is, people like to troll in extremes, right? So when you hear that and someone's saying it with the intention to downplay your beliefs or to kind of like persecute you for doing the tarot or whatever, you don't want to hear it. But here it's saying, no, you do need to utilize your free will more. Look at the signs and synchronicities of your shooting stars here, but also plan a way to get from here to there across this ocean of vastness, this ocean of all that is, okay? Allow yourself to take action when you need to. Make yourself take action when you need to. We have the Tower reversed here. They're saying there's a lot of disasters you didn't have to go through. You don't actually need to be a disaster. the shade, oh my gosh. But look, and we this could especially go for if you have Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio, or just very strong Mars dominant. Maybe Mars rules your chart, or you have strong Scorpio or Aries in your chart. This is like you don't have to be such a hot mess. And a special honorary mention to Aquarius here with the Uranus ruling lightning. If you have Uranus ruling your chart, strong Aquarius placements, it's saying we don't actually have to get, electrocuted 55 times a day. This is a lot. I think this card's been in every pile, Three of Pentacles in some form or another. And this is saying knowing when to like undo our image, like change our reputation, actually partake in making our reputation for ourselves, like being somebody. So we say, this is who I am. And that stands stronger than what anyone else is trying to mold me into being or lie about. Okay. This is the energy of, allowing yourself to have a future, to build for yourself, but being willing to deconstruct. And if your career is not going the way you want, or if maybe you realize you've built things with negative, let's say you built your reputation with negative means, like as you're like deprogramming, decolonizing, getting more spiritual, you're like, oh man, everything I built my channel with was like really toxic products, things that I no longer support, but I'm too embarrassed and I don't want to lose subscribers, so I'm just going to keep it this way, right? that would be like hiding in this energy. Spirit world saying no. Like if you know that doesn't resonate with who you are, be bold and change, transform, like level up by tearing down. Capricorn energy. So these are very external parts of your chart, really looking at your ascendant, your ruling planets of your astrology chart, and your midheaven, the top of your chart. All right, we have the Four of Swords. They're saying heal. Heal, okay? Healer, heal thyself. People love to pretend they're healing 24/7. Oh, treat me nicely because I'm healing. And, really what they're doing is they're learning to mimic, right? Most people in the spiritual community right now are just mimicking Pisces. Oh, we'll talk like this and we'll light candles and we'll do all the spiritual things that we're just absorbing from Pisces right now, right? This whole thing, right? We're being super spiritual. But what they actually need to do is go do some real healing work, like for real. So you guys are doing that right now just by being on this video, right? So this is saying continue to do that. Continue to check in at what you need to change. This goes to your physical health as well, because it does show physical rest needed in this person trying to heal from when they had to use some crutches here. So this is saying be real about your healing process, period. All right. We have the Hierophant reverse here, another card that's come up. This could be needing to back up how you spend your money, the institutions that you frequent. I have people do this, especially with the moon in Leo or Libra right now, getting ready to go into a full moon. There's been a lot of people with shady air sign placements like Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, and air, who it's like they can't stand when I don't support certain companies, business, or platforms. Like certain platforms, I'm like, no, like, why should I help this platform grow when, like, it's one thing, something that's been around for a long time since we were younger, but these new ones that are popping up, we didn't have to help them grow so much if they're growing off of like hurting our communities and stuff and just being shady, right? Like we gotta at some point like start like the startup process, right? But there's people who like they can't stand that and they'll keep sending me links to things on there, trying to screenshot it, always like, oh, I bought this on there, oh, look what I'm watching. Just like it's like drives them, it just drives them into some like mission to be like, I'm gonna make you support this because I don't like being called out that I'm supporting a company that I know is shady, or I'm on something I know that's toxic. This is Taurus energy as well. No, do it my way. So you guys could be like that. You could be where you don't like to see people change around you. Not really. You'll pretend to applaud, but then you're mad. Oh, since when are they going to change? Oh, they probably can't change. Well, how dare they act like what I'm doing is toxic? I'm really better than them anyways. So this kind of thing, all right? They're saying stop that. It's not working. It's toxic. And yeah, someone who you think, actually quite a few people who you think are worse than you and beneath you, actually are doing some things better than you. They're being better people than you in certain ways. So that's why we have to stay open to learning. Again, just like you're doing coming to this video, that's why we check ourselves when we pick a card. And when we come to readings for growth, that's what we're doing here. So they're saying that's one thing we do need to check in with, okay? Justice card again. I felt that the air energy and the Venus energy as well, okay? They did touch in another group too on people who are just very focused on like breaking someone out of a marriage. I totally know that like sometimes like people really marry the wrong person, like not 95% of the time. But focusing on I need to break them up instead of just focusing on like brokering a good connection between you and others in a healthy way, growing yourself to your best self, being in a loving energy and just being honest with who you are and how you feel. That's going to do enough, right? That's going to do enough. You don't have to turn into some like stalker vengeance, I'm the better soul and the karmics. So some of you is like, you got to get out of that, man. Like you got to get out of that. And if you are a far-seeing seer, you have to learn to chill when you see something that's going to happen years ahead of time. Some of y'all are seeing things that are going to happen 11 years into the future. With like everyone's doing super psychic things nowadays. So people forget that. It doesn't mean a reading's wrong or whatever. And it doesn't mean you need to have depression and like break down and be melodramatic and stuff. Sometimes you're seeing something that's going to happen to the far future because you've opened your gift so much. That is part of the reason certain religions villainize spirituality. I said, look, just stop doing divination, because people couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the information. They would distract themselves with it. They would go on ego trips, or they would, take rash action in ways that was just like, come on, that's out of character. So they're saying here, you see things that are going to happen. You see things in your karmic reports or whatever. If you want to enact things to come in a better way versus like divine timing or whatever, then grow into your best self more and more, and do it in a good way that's not out of character or toxic. And otherwise, just know that these things are coming to you and watch them unfold, okay? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of day-to-day healing is very important as well for this group. They're talking about food, nutrition, health here. We have like this health craze going on with the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles. And here again, there's this person is being like really obsessive about a love spell. So that goes ditto for what we just said. We have a King of Cups reverse. Some of you just straight up need to leave someone alone that you've been putting too much magic on, or again, you're not actually trying to have the healthy relationship. You just like the obsession part of it. This could be workings, Eight of Pentacles, right? A work card, doing workings, hiring people, this and that. Look, people can get mad and click off if they want to, but it doesn't look like it's healthy for the other person when it's like nothing's actually developing or happening. We're just being toxic and obsessing and like bombarding someone with energy. It has the effect of sending the evil eye to people. Some of you are like, good, that's what they deserve or whatever. Some of you are like been okay with sending them negativity, and they have coworkers, they have children, they have other people around them or whatever. So this is too much. There's also this energy here on a different note to focus on your craft. I do see some of you are musicians. You do something with music. You do something creatively. They're saying stop pouting around, like point blank. Some of you are Cancer moons, Cancer ascendant, strong Cancer energy in your chart, strong lunar energy, fourth house placements. They're like, get over it. Like, stop being a crybaby and work on your freaking art. Like, like, do it. Just do it. Just do it. This is Gemini card. All Shia LaBeouf. Not sponsored. Like, not sponsored. But we know the funny meme, right? And just do it. It's like, come on, like Nike, like let's again, not sponsored. I feel like again your guides get so frustrated. Your deities are like, how much do we have to set up for you? But you won't act on anything. Emotionally, you're very pouty and grumpy, and it's draining you, boo. It's draining you. It's not letting you be your best self. Okay, no one can come along and give you good self-esteem. I just had to be quiet on that one for a minute so I can sink it, but no one can, right? Doesn't that suck? Like, no one can. Doesn't matter how much they up in you. Doesn't matter how much they give you. Doesn't matter how much they do everything you say so you don't feel insecure. No, it doesn't matter. Nobody can give you good self-esteem but yourself. Period. All right. And again, that's why some of you are clicking on so you can work on that, which is excellent. So they're saying keep on working on that, but stay out your feelings. Okay. Stay out your feelings. Get out your feelings into your bag. Get out of your feelings into your health. Get out of your feelings into your music. Get out of your feelings off of your couch. Hey. All right. So I think that's enough. Let's go into the oracles here now. All right. We got to do a little pick me up. We need a little sugar boost. Okay. Let's see. Your path to love is lit. They said ignore the path to love right now. It's reversed. They said just ignore the path to love. You said it's dark, Kimi. Maybe that's not what the card said. Maybe you should. Your path to love is lit reverse. The candle's lit, but the love life, they said let it alone right now because you're addicted. All right. You're so persuasive. I'm just playing. That's fun. Savage. Your guides are saying yes, it's us, even though some people gaslight their guides because they'll say, well, my guides don't speak like that. My guides just worship my ass. That's all they do. Okay, so this message is not for me. They said yes, that was, and look, ancestors calling, child, you literally got it. They say yes, we were, and yes, we were a little savage right now, baby, because we want you to get it together and be healthy. How are we gonna leave you sad, depressed, half, just all over the place, half happy, half miserable? All right, gangity, your spirit crew, future you is happy, realign. Even the higher selves of your future friends and loved ones are like, come on, let's get it together. Slow down what you need to slow down, stop what you need to stop, and get in a good way, okay? Let's go ahead and get some oracle here. Oracle messages for this group. Okay, beloved, not forgotten. You have someone in spirit sending you love, saying you are very loved. You are very loved. You have this energy of being surrounded by friends, the energy of friends, even unmet, already blessing you. So there's people that are in your friend crew who say, I bless all my friends I'll ever have. Please help my best friends. May they have a good life. They like pray. They do maybe ceremony. They do different things for those who are in their vibration and those who will become friends with them. So that's very lucky, very blessed thing. What you waiting for? Reverse. They said, come on, implement this now. Go do some work now. Crown yourself. Self crown. Sit in the throne yourself. Give yourself the self esteem and don't let it go. All right. Oh, love reverse. They said what they said about your love life. Okay. One more wants to come up. Confidence. They say, what's wrong with being confident? Get your confidence up while we're talking about it. Get your self esteem up. You can do it. We believe in you. You are loved. You are never forgotten from the spiritual world. You have many who believe in you and want you to continue to thrive. All right. And don't forget these messages, beloved, as we move forward to your best life. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and comment. Look, now it's from the letter. Boom. Sorry, someone was like, dang, I was almost asleep. Why'd you cut the light on? Because it got really, really dark. But like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.